Hello, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place to find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. As I make things stop dinging, it is Wednesday, and we are just so excited because on Wednesdays we get to talk to Coach Caren all the way from Toronto, Canada. Wow, wow, Coach. It's so good to have you in the house. We are talking with Coach Fern from the Money Mindset Academy of Toronto, Canada. And the name of her business is Profits in Daily. And I got to put this up because it's Coach Caren with a C. Okay. For you who are live and on the replay, we just want to say thank you for tuning in. And we're going to be talking today about how to stay organized. Oh my gosh. And you know what, Caren, you're not going to believe this. I just finished doing some stuff in the garage. I was like, oh my gosh, I have access to this area. Let me, at least get it semi-organized.
Right? Because when you're organized, like I knew a family who through a friend of mine who ran a business out of their garage, because everything was just so organized and they had to get that way. The wife lost her job. Then a kid got sick, so she couldn't even go back out and get a job, and the husband worked nights and it was just tiring on the wife, and they decided to start a business in their garage. So they'll have everything out, they'll do their stuff, and in the evening everything gets packed to the sides in containers and crates, and then the cars can get back in the garage. Because let me tell you, a lot of people got garages and they still park outside. But when you say it's snowing, you're happy when you have a garage because you're shaving snow. You can't find your car.
I hear you. Oh my goodness.
So staying organized is so important. Last week we talked about opening your mind and being ready to live, the most easy possible life. And that is by keeping yourself organized. It seems hard. And the thing you got to know about life is it feels hard when you don't know what you're doing, when you're not getting the things you want to get done, and it feels hard. But it's really not hard. It is just once you get started and you start doing the steps, it's not hard anymore. But our mind will bring it back to us and say, this is hard or this is getting hard. But it's just a matter of setting it up and getting it done. Terry was talking when we came on about my wall, but the sun's shining. And that's because there's some new planning boards up on this wall. And the top is my prayer wall, where all my prayers and what have you is there. And then below it is where I got some big planning coming up. So there goes out my big board. And because I like to see things spread out and every step I follow. So if it's in my head, I might say that I have to create this stuff, but then each section might have 6 to 7 little things to do. And when I map it out, nothing gets missed. I just follow and do. And if my mind is telling me about what else needs to get done, I will inform it that it's not on the board and it's not following those steps. So I pretty much stay within, because the other thing I gotta say, the minute you start getting yourself organized, then you know what happened. Your mind start going crazy, explaining to you about things that you've missed or you haven't done or it's not in there. So that's
the other week, I just want to give a shout out to Patricia. How you doing? She's watching
Patricia.
on Facebook. How you doing, Patricia Washington? I also want to say the other week you talked about doing less, getting more done by doing less.
Yes.
And this sounds like an echo of that.
We're carrying it through. When you're organized, your day is finished and you're done, and you're like, but I still got some more hours left. Well, read, go learn something, because now you've done with your day. And this is the important part. So today we're just talking about finding missing things. This is the other thing about when you're organized. You find things that you either don't want, don't need. Somebody else can really use it at this specific time because your time for whatever it is done. So I says starting personal items as This confusion leaks into your business. If you're confused in your personal state of mind, you leaks it over into your business, which means the leak is happening in personal finances and it leaks into your business finances. I spoke to somebody yesterday, and I was just explaining how money works, and I wasn't trying to put him in the doghouse.
Yes. We're trying to put them down.
No, but eventually she was like, "Yes, I'm glad that you explained it to me because I could see now, what happens with my salary, where it flows, and what I'm doing." And I'm not saying starve yourself from it. I was just finding her leakage, finding the things that is costing her. It doesn't have to, not taking away her coffee if she want a coffee a week, but she doesn't need 10 of those because she could honestly make some at home, because of where her financial lies.
Mm-hmm.
And then she can plan for more coffee later. Yes.
I love it. Once you organize your finances and
you can see what you can get and what you can honestly do. And that's all you can honestly do at that moment. Now, there's no reason that you can't expand if you want to, but at the moment, that's all you can do. Okay. That's where you need to really pay attention. Most people can't afford things in their businesses because they haven't organized their personal lives in such a manner that they could afford it. And I say this as to say,
that is so true. You the truth will scare you, girl. The truth will scare you. Okay, how you doing, Angelique? Oh my gosh! Our personal finances are not together.
Yeah, I think one of my joy when I first started this journey was helping people find. I used to say helping people find fun money. Actually, I wrote a little ebook on it, helping people find fun money.
Fun money? F-U-N money? Fun?
Yes, fun money. Yes, I helping people find fun money because I can't remember what challenge I was on, and people were asking, and I think I took the weekend. I just wrote the ebook talking about finding fun money, and so that you feel. And here's why finding fun money is important: so that you feel that you can celebrate yourself at every level, and you don't have to squinge and save to do such. You can celebrate yourself. So if you find your fun money and your fun money is $10, then it's $10. But then you get a chance to organize that $10 in any which way you like. If you're an ice cream buff like you can buy yourself the most scrumptious ice cream. I like cake. You can buy ice cream and cake. You can enjoy that. If you're a wine person, you can get a bottle of wine. I know the big wine people are going to tell me, oh, but you can get a wine for $10, whatever wine that is. Mm-hmm. But whatever makes you feel great. You play music. If was you wanted to download something on Spotify, or you want to pay for just a month of, I don't know how much Spotify costs, but whatever that is for you to celebrate. When you find fun money, you get to decide where you spend it. But first, you have to organize your finances to know that you have this fun money.
Now, can I say a little something here?
Yeah, you see I organize it in there.
Okay, look. One of the things that happens when you get organized is you stop buying multiples of things like batteries, things like, oh my gosh, just stuff in the kitchen. You know what I mean? It's in the back of the cupboard. Just clothing. Oh, now I need a white blouse. I can't find the white blouse. Oh my God. And the thing, I've got to go today, and they say we all have to have on white blouses. I got to go to the store. And then the next week you find it.
You had the white blouse. I went to a friend's place to help her organize years ago, and she had 3 sets of clothing, and she explained that this is her fat girl clothing, and then when she's in the middle range, this is the clothes, and when she slimmed down, this is the clothes. So she'll have clothes for all the ranges. Okay. It was amazing craziness. Okay.
No, we do that. We have stretchy stuff and non-stretchy stuff. Mm-hmm.
And so I said, okay, so let's see what is not looking good on you. Let me style you a bit and see what's happening. And we got rid of, the biggest Glad garbage bag.
Yes,
Terralina, 7 refilled, 7 bags.
I believe that. I easily.
Easily. We found space. Her dwelling got spacious. They had this place where you can carry your clothes and sell it by the pound. She gave away some. But we found so many things that her purse suddenly had money in it because that was part of it. I said, everything that you have in this space is weighing you down. You can't work she couldn't work at the moment. The little money that she was getting was not traveling well. So we needed to find money. And I keep saying to her, you got money where you're at. I'm going to come and find you money. Get her organized to find money. Now, I got to tell you, no, the reason nobody likes budget is because they feel that it's restrictive. It makes you have to listen. It's like your mom telling you to put your clothes away. And if you were the kid that hated putting your clothes away, you're always upset. But budget is the opposite of that. It gives you freedom. It gives you so much freedom that you won't believe until you adopt and do it. It gives you freedom. It allows you to see where the money goes, where the money went, and what you can do about it.
I'm so glad we're talking about this. This is a subject we could talk about all year long, getting and staying organized. So how do we get our personal finances organized? I call it my happiness plan.
Carolina calls it her happiness plan. I call it a budget. It is what it is. That really starts you off. I often say to people, if you run, even if you don't like a business and you got a job, you should still run your finances like a business. Expense versus your income versus your profit. That's your spendability. That's your cash flow. That's how easy organizing your money is. You got to know your expenses. You got to know how much you make. If you don't know how much you truly make, not the fantasy number, the money that you truly make.
What does that mean? What we bring home?
Yes, the net. That's the money. If you have a side hustle and your job, whatever you bring home after taxes, your pension, your EI, any contribution to, you guys got a 401k in Canada's RRSP, or anything else that you contribute to. Once that is taken away, the rest is yours. And I know everybody heard about paying yourself first. You pay yourself first by taking what is left and taking away a 10% for savings, a 10% for giving, and a 10% for investing. So the 100% of the net that you have in your hand should be 30% is gone. So you should be only living on 70% and work your way in getting to living off of 50%.
I like
of
that.
your income, because when you learn to live off of 50% of your income, you're always ahead. You're always in this place of knowing you can take care of yourself. You can look after whatever comes your way financially. And it also helps. You know what the thing is, when you're looking after you financially, emotionally, you get stabilized.
You really do. You really do. Now, Carlos says, my 2 weapons for staying organized are Evernote and Notion, the 2 apps that allow him to organize his life.
Yeah. You got to pick what works for you and get it done. And if you don't know, try different apps and see what's going to help you to stay organized, so you could know, when you have stuff. A girl used to say to me all the time, I never have any money in the bank. I said, it's almost like you feel pleasure in saying I never have any money in the bank. And then you ask somebody next to you for $20. Like, what is this? We're all big people.
I think it's just a lifestyle. Carlos says, I invest using 40% or more and live off the remaining. That's a fantastic place to be.
Oh, is it ever? Is it ever?
Well done, Carlos.
Yes, kudos to you.
But you would be surprised how many people are not in a position yet to do that. You, we could take some lessons from you. Good morning, Brenna. How you doing this
Hi,
morning?
Brenna. And if you're not there yet, Carlos, if you're not there yet, set up a plan to work towards getting there. If you're not where Carlos is, if you're not where others are, whatever your goal is, work towards it. I remember
Mhm.
when young out of college, and my friend and I, and we decided to save half of our salary, whatever that looked like. We're gonna save half every paycheck. And we didn't do it one time. We just work our within the first year we work our way within 6 months to doing that. So we predicted and we started off at $100, 200, and then we're like, we can get by off of that. And I always laugh at what we did to ourselves. Like I came up with the idea, I will take credit for it, and I said, let's give ourselves $10 every week, and we can do whatever we like. If we buy junk food and it costs $10, we're done. It's gonna have to buy our coffee and what have you. And we put it down and we looked at each other. We said, could we really do this? And after 90 days that we were doing it, we were like, we can do this.
That is a major challenge.
Yes, even the $20. So she said to me at the end of the first month, she said, how much you have left over? I said, girl, you're not gonna believe that, but some weeks I didn't even spend my $10. And she was like, me too.
Because now you're thinking about it.
Yes. And we start getting creative and things we can do when we don't have to buy.
Wow.
It's a good
Staying
challenge.
organized is going to save us money, is what I hear you saying today.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Yolanda.
It definitely will save you money. It'll make you pay attention to what you're doing. It's like food, right? If food is next to you, you pick it up and you eat it. But if it's far away from you, you have to go there that you mightn't get to it. If you're looking after investment, your job is probably researching and spend a lot of time investigating money. And if you're doing that sort of stuff, you don't have time to go spend because you're investigating, you're looking into, you're talking to people, you're examining this sort of thing. You need to, I often say money need to be your friend. You need to stop fighting about money and seeing it as this thing that's far away. You need to see it as something that you can have a conversation with. It's something that you can set it here and don't touch it. I give people challenges like, if you never had any money that you never spend, then I want you to have $100 and have it in a jar and don't touch it, but make sure you're seeing it. I want you to work through the temptation of seeing money and not touching it. Call it a jar of money and mindset. So when you have certain thoughts, drop the thoughts in there. Whatever thought is pulling you to use the money, put the thoughts in there. So now you got $100. And then when I work you up to $5 and then $1,000, I had this lady watch it $2,000 for a whole month. She says, Caren, every beat of me, $2,000. You mean you can't invest it? She couldn't do anything with it because she was so far down the pipe that I needed her to see money, be in the presence of the money and not spend the money. Didn't matter what happened. Everything that came up, she had to send it to me, tell me what's happening and why she needed the money. And then she had to find a way to solve that problem, but she couldn't touch the $2,000 because we had a timeline on it. When that time was up, then she can invest it. And, we had to play it a few times. I'm not going to sit here and lie. She struggled for the first 6 months in having money and not touching it. Whether it was in the bank, whether it was in front of her, regardless of where it was. She organized it so that she was consistently ants in her pants, not having enough, not able to really live this nice life that she could have.
So Brenna says that's potential. That's phenomenal coaching. Yeah, because I know that, Coach, you told me to put $100 in my wallet and not touch it. And what I found was when I got used to seeing money in my wallet like that, it began to attract other money.
And magnetize.
I don't know what it was about it, but having that in there on a permanent basis, I guess it just Made
It
me think about it.
magnetized. When I first developed the idea, I start testing it with other people. I would just
How
ask
it
them to
works.
do it. I would just test it with people. And so by the time I got it up to you guys, I knew it worked because I would just test it out. I would say, don't spend this. I would say, no matter what happened, do not spend it. You will see, after a while, once it become your habit, then even if you don't have money in your wallet, it's okay because no, it's your habit is formed. But you yourself will not be broke anymore. Your thoughts would not be about brokenness and the struggle. You'll start seeing that you can live your life to this place where
Mhm.
you can spend and you can replenish because you have set up your life so.
And so now we encourage people that if you don't have 100, just start with a 20 or a 10, whatever you got.
Whatever you got. Whatever you got. I really like a 20. It's nice and round and stable. And I push. But if I can't, I'll take the dollar. But I just want it to stay there. And whatever you're working up to, I say to people, if you travel or you're from a different country, you got your country money, even if it's not the number that that kind of money. I even went so far as had clients who could not find a dollar to just photocopy the money that they do have and let it stand and hold space until they can put the actual money in. And it just had to be
Wow.
that way. Just photocopy it and just have it hold there. I made this whole wall organizer where I had this lady put her kids' lunch money in there, her rent, everything. I guess you guys call it the envelope metal. So it was
Yeah.
just fake money that went into these envelopes. And I literally encouraged her to spend it daily. Obviously, not to give it to the kid or anything, but in her head and in her mind, on her journal, she would spend this money. And she said to me, she was crying when she said to me in 30 days, she said, Caren, in 30 days, I was able to fill 5 of those slots. I feel like it's some kind of a magic. You work in some magic. I said, there's no magic. I'm not a magician.
No, no. He said if we can see it, we can have it.
Exactly.
With faith,
Exactly.
take action. Yeah.
We're working to it because one of the big things for her, that she made sandwiches, but sometimes the kid just want to eat something at lunch, and she said, "I feel so embarrassed that I can't just hand it to the kid. I want to, but I can't." I'm like, "You could. Here's what we do. Here's the things you need to do, but here's a visual you need, right?" And it's always about going back and checking because you get paid the same money if you're in salary base, but once you start understanding where the money goes, how you spend it, what needs to happen, you will see that you always had money, but you just didn't know about it. Groceries are another place I look a lot for people money. You get to the grocery store and you have a list. She said, "Can I go with a list?" "I don't go without a list." I said, "Sure." But you walk down the aisle, and in that aisle, there's these 3 things on sale that you bought that was not on the list, but you thought you're going to save some money. Now, out of those 3 things that you bought, what happened? Did you use them? How did this? And we went through the whole list. And she recognized that she was buying things, look in her cupboard that was sitting there for 6 months that she didn't use
You see
just
what I mean?
because it was on sale. That was money wasted. I had another client, I said to her, I said, because I started looking at our grocery and I could tell you when things is going to go on sale. I know paper towel, toilet paper used to be every 3 weeks, paper towel every 2 weeks. So I keep tracking, and I said to her, okay, I want you to track the things and how the sales cycle work. And that's how you buy. And if you really want these things on sale, we had a little sale budget within the budget. So this was money she's putting aside. So when she see a sale, she could still only spend within that $100 of the sale money or the $50 of the
That
sale
makes
money.
sense.
If anything else past $50, even if it's on sale, she's not getting it because is she really saving money? Because when we check it out, they had toilet paper in the bathroom, in the bedroom, in the kitchen. She didn't need more toilet paper.
Girl, unless she was selling it on the black market during the pandemic. So, guys, I encourage you to talk to Coach Caren about finding fun money and about how to stay organized. That's what we're talking about this month. We're talking about how to stay organized.
You got to stay organized so your money stay organized, so your business stay organized. And listen, guys, because we hear it, and I find I was being pulled. So I want to confess something right now. Where being organized being set up right. And even when I was a little girl, my mom friend at the time called me, that used to call me Miss Perfect. No, I am not perfect. So don't let that make you feel like you can't organize yourself. Because people who's unorganized like to make organized people feel uncomfortable or they're too goody or whatever. No, leave us alone, okay? And it did make me feel like I had to not be doing things in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
I was younger.
We don't want to get what is it? OCD.
Yes.
We're over organized, and people put the pen down. Now we're like, that pen goes right here.
Yeah, that is crazy. Okay. that's on the all over there side.
way over the other side.
Way over there. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the side where you get things organized so that you can find them, so they're not missing. So you don't buy the extra shirt, as Terry was mentioning, and you don't have like 3-4 white shirts already, and now you're on your 5th white shirt, and you're explaining why, because you couldn't find the other 3 or 2 white shirts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can have
giving us permission to still be ourselves.
Yes.
Brenda says, I love that. So we want to thank you so much. We're going to be talking about getting organized this year. And guys, tune in because Coach is so encouraging. Thank you so much. If you're looking for Coach Caren, you can find her at Profits in Daily on Facebook, Instagram. And so also, if you want to book an appointment, you can go to her website. Is it Coach Caren Fern? Is that correct?
On my business page, actually, Facebook page, you just click and book the 30 minutes.
Okay. So with that, we want to thank you again for spending time with us this morning to find out how to stay organized with Coach Caren Fern. I'm Terralina from California Cover-Ups. We are the Biz Chicks. I want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And if you are looking to become a part of Biz Chicks, let's see, let me get the text number up here. You can text 33777 to text biz to that number, and it'll send you through the prompts to become a part of our community. Also, we are streaming over on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope, which is basically, and Twitter. Let me say, and Twitter.
Yeah, because I heard Periscope is gone.
Yes, so Twitter. And it's the symbol over here on StreamYard. And so we just thank you for your time, your attention. And remember, tomorrow we'll be here with Happy Healthy Habits with Robin Shamizu and friends. Friday, we'll be talking tech and English. We'll see you here at the same time. Coach, we really do appreciate you. Guys, all of those of you who appreciate today's conversation, let Coach know. Bruna says it's been very encouraging. Okay. Yes, because you don't have to be perfect. You just make an effort every day to be a little more organized. Okay. And it'll make your life happier. With that, we want to remind you to go to the front of your own line. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.